There is an animal inside every human being, raw, primal, untamed, tamed, and fiercely alive, an ancient force that doesn't speak in words, but in instinct, that doesn't negotiate, but demands, that doesn't wait for permission, but acts with. A ferocity born from survival itself, and this animal within you is not your weakness. It is your deepest strength, your forgotten edge, the part of you that knows how to keep going when logic gives out, that doesn't care about opinions, failures, or rejection, because it doesn't live in the polite world of excuses and delays. It lives in the now, in action, in dominance, over fear, in resilience, over doubt, in passion, over passivity. And too many people have caged their inner animal behind walls of comfort, behind years of people-pleasing, behind lies they've been told, that they must be soft, that they must play small, that ambition is arrogance and hunger is sin. But let me tell you this, without that animal, you will live a half life. A life where your voice shakes instead of roars, where your dreams die slowly behind your eyes, where you walk with your head down and your spirit chained to mediocrity. But the truth is, that animal is not dangerous if you master it. It is dangerous only when you ignore it, when you suppress it, because then it turns inward and eats you from the inside with self-hate, with frustration, with the silent pain of knowing you were meant for more, but settled for less. So it's time to unlock it, to call it out, to look yourself in the mirror and see not just flesh and bone, but fire and fangs, the spirit that cannot be broken because it was never designed to beg. It was made to build, to conquer, to protect, to thrive. And when life hits you, when the world laughs at your ambition, when people say you're not enough, that's when you let the animal rise, not to destroy, but to drive, to say, I will not back down, to say, I will not be defined by fear, to say, I am not weak, I am waking up. Because when you awaken the beast within, you stop running from your problems and start charging through them. You stop asking for opportunities and start creating them. You stop apologizing for your fire and start using it to burn through the lies and limits that were placed on you. And understand this, greatness isn't born from comfort. It's born from struggle, from the edge, from the hunger in your gut that says this is not enough, from the sleepless nights where your soul whispers, there's more in you, from the war between who you are and who you could be. And only the animal can win that war, because the civilized self will hesitate, will second guess, will fold under pressure. But the animal moves with certainty, with focus, with a quiet rage that turns pain into power, rejection into redirection, setbacks into fuel. And you already know this deep down, that when your back is against the wall, when no one believes in you, when your heart is broken and your world is falling apart, something awakens, something that doesn't care what the odds are, something that will crawl if it has to, fight if it must, bleed if it needs to, but it will not quit. And that's something that is the animal inside, the relentless version of you that knows how to survive, how to hunt for your goals, how to rise from the ashes with claws and clarity. And you must learn to listen to it, to feed it not with hate but with purpose, to guide it not with rage but with vision. Because an undirected animal is dangerous, but a focused one is unstoppable. And you were not put here to play it safe, to live small, to tiptoe through life hoping for a little success. You were put here to dominate the lane you were born, to run in, to make noise with your gifts, to lead with your scars, to turn your pain into legacy. And you won't do that by pretending to be fragile, by hiding your ambition, by taming your power. No, you do it by embracing your inner wildness, by saying, yes, I am kind, but I am not weak. Yes, I am patient, but I am not passive. Yes, I have love in my heart, but I also have fire in my soul. And that balance of lion and lion, lamb, of rage and reason, of compassion and conquest, that is what makes you whole. That is what makes you human, and yet more than human. Because you are not just reacting to life, You are shaping it with your bare hands, with your unbreakable will, with the voice inside that won't shut up until you do the thing you were born to do. And that animal, it doesn't care about age or money or what your past looked like. It only cares that you keep moving, keep growing, keep climbing. Because every time you think of giving up, every time you feel like it's over, that's when the beast whispers, "Get up again." And you do. Not because you have to, but because it's who you are. Because deep inside, beneath the fear, beneath the pressure, beneath the quiet desperation of ordinary life, you are still wild, still fierce, still hungry. And when you reconnect with that, when you allow yourself to be bold, to be different, to be fearless in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire, you will realize that the greatest version of yourself was never the one that tried to blend in, but the one that dared to break out, that dared to believe, that dared to act, even when it was hard, even when it was lonely, even when it made no sense to anyone else. And so from this day forward, walk with the power of the animal within you. Not just the strength to fight, but the strength to endure, to rise, to lead, to love fiercely, to protect your vision like a lion guards his pride. And remember, lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. Wolves don't bow to the fear of failure. Eagles don't stay grounded to make others comfortable. They soar because it's in their nature. And so it is with you. You were born to rise, born to overcome, born to awaken and take what is yours. And you don't need permission. Because the moment you stop waiting and start claiming, the moment you stop doubting and start doing, the moment you stop hiding and start howling, you become unstoppable. And not because you never fall, but because you never stay down. Because every time life pushes you, you push back harder, with teeth bared, with heart wide open, with eyes locked on your purpose. And in that moment, you will feel it. The beast is not behind bars anymore. It's running free. And the world better be ready. Because when a human remembers the animal inside, nothing can stand in their way.